Hello, electric car lovers. So I got this model in. A couple other my channels that I subscribe to got the white versions, and it looks alright and all that. But I was really holding out for this blue version, and so what we have is the MiniGT number 225. They are getting up there in the models they put out. Frozen Blue Metallic is the color scheme. It's going to be licensed by Porsche, so it should look pretty nice. And it's right-hand drive if that matters to you. It doesn't really matter to me. I do love MiniGT's packaging. It's very minimal. I don't have room for all these crystal cases, and it's just wasteful packaging in my opinion. Unless the thing has like antennas or sensitive parts, I'm all for like just a cardboard box. Or even better would be a blister, so I wouldn't be compelled to actually keep the packaging. But anyways, this is still nice. Let's get this thing open. I did a review on the Hot Wheels version of the Taycan. I'm gonna call it a Taycan because I think of the Cayman, right? So Taycan, Cayman, but I think the YouTube videos call this a Taycan. Okay, well, anyways, I talked about all the specs on that Hot Wheels review. If you want to search like Hot Wheels Taycan, you know, it's basically a monstrous powerhouse because it's electric. It's pretty much like a Tesla made by Porsche, right? So it's a hypercar territory. Definitely a supercar. I don't know. Maybe it's, well, I guess it's a supercar. Okay. Well, anyways, let's take a look here. Compared to some photographs. So there's some color matched wheels on this real car here. Let's try to get it a little front. A little bit of the wheel. Not bad. Not bad. Mirrors don't have black on the bottom half. Okay. Side view. So, overall proportions, again, not bad. Right, no complaints there. Rear view. Okay. Well, you can pause the video, go back, whatever, decide for yourself if you think it looks good, but off the top of my head, it's looking pretty nice. Let's see how it turns out. Oh my goodness, what the heck is this? Sorry, I gotta focus here. So what the heck is that? That's some sort of grime. I don't have a Q-tip with me. So I'm gonna have to probably pause later on and see if I can polish that out, but that's pretty disgusting to look at. I really hope it's not, you know, a permanent problem. Okay, well, let's just try to ignore that, as unsightly as that is. So the well, alright, you know, we got a hatch here, there's a contaminant here, and let's just go to the other side. Alright, so oh boy, what's up with this now? There's some black here, like some extra paint or something. Well, it did chip off. So, MiniGT, are you guys starting to slip in your quality control? Because, you know, those are two unsightly blemishes. I can only hope that I can fix them. Alright, so the wheels, though, they do look like the photographs. You know, they don't have the giant brake system in there, but MiniGTs are not expensive models. They're at the lower end of, I guess, what you'd consider a premium brand. Alright, but it looks like the Porsche crest is in the center of the hub, so that's nice. Let's gotta see how good it is. It's alright. You can't really expect... I don't think I've seen any model actually have the Porsche crest 100% accurate. There's just too many details going on inside of it. So to shrink their logo down by 64 times, it's just, I don't think it's possible to do. Okay, so we got some silver here on this side marker, and then a little black there. I'm gonna guess that's like a charging port or something. And then the door handles, there's a little recess for the fingers to grab on, otherwise they're relatively flush, and that looks like the photograph. And then these panel gaps are pretty tight, so that's good. This blue color, this frozen blue metallic, is nice. You can see the little speckling in it. It's not super big speckling though, so it's pretty good description of its color. Unfortunately, yeah, I'm seeing something, a minor issue there. Okay, let's go around to the front. So, my initial impressions of this car is just kind of weird looking, but it's growing on me. I'm liking it more and more. I will say that, you know, I gotta give credit to Porsche for trying something different instead of just having a bunch of oval headlights and everything. So it's almost like a more modern interpretation of the 996 Jelly Bean headlights, which was kind of a commercial failure. But it seems to work better here. But anywho, you got some plastic inserts here done by MiniGT, so that's nice to see. And then they added a little black paint in here as well, so that's pretty good. And then this badge is obviously bigger than the wheel one, so it looks a little nicer. You know what? That might be the nicest Porsche badge I've seen in a long time. It's pretty good. Okay, let's see about these front details here. So this is just all black. I think it's probably part of the bottom base, which is metal. I think it is. I guess. Doesn't sound like it's plastic. Okay. I'm looking at the orange peel. There really isn't any. It's pretty smooth. Unfortunately, a little contaminant on this side here. The roof here, yeah, again, a little contaminant there. But other than that, it's not bad. The paint's pretty good as far as its smoothness goes. So it's unfortunate there's some contaminants going on in there. Oh well. Okay, going to the back. I hope that comes off. Oh, it does. It does. Okay, so that's good. So the rear tail edge is painted red, as I've seen in other people's reviews. And I guess it's alright. I do feel that they could have put in a red piece of plastic, though. This is a big enough gap that they could have done it. Kyosho would have probably done it. But it is nice to see here, it says Porsche in really, you know, short text there. It's almost hard to see it. This angle you can't even see it, but if the light catches it, it shows up. And it looks like it's actually blue. It's not black. It's, I think, trying to maybe match the color of the car. Or is it silver? No, it is blue. I'm looking at it off camera. It's not silver. The photograph, you know, the real photograph, it looks like it's silver text. But it's blue here, and I actually like it as blue, even if it's not accurate. Okay, so then it says here, Taycan Turbo S, which is a bit of an odd name, right? There's no turbocharger in this thing, correct? It's an electric vehicle, so why wouldn't they just call it the Turbo E or something? Who knows? Okay, anyways, some red paint here for these reflectors, I imagine. They look alright. Well done. Some ribbing here. And then, yeah, I guess there's no exhaust again because it's an electric vehicle. There's some silver paint here. Hasn't been applied in the best fashion, but from the top-down view, it's alright. I mean, you're not going to display your car like that, so I guess it's not a big deal. And then I'm now noticing there's like black paint running around this entire bottom little perimeter here, so that's nice. But yeah, okay, I do see it on the real car. Alright, so MiniGT is great in the fact that they have screwed together bases, so if you want to do a wheel swap, you know, maybe add some wheels with disc brakes, you can. Although I'm going to leave this the way they are. I like the wheels that Porsche did on this one. Or I just like the fact that the rim is color matched to the car. I think that's really cool. Yeah, it is weird to just have a giant gap there. So at least there is air passing between the spokes. These spokes are relatively thin, actually. So I wonder if actually there are aftermarket brake systems. I believe there are some like photo etch brakes you can add. But I think they're specifically designed to go with the same brand's wheels. So, I don't know. I guess I'll just leave it the way it is. I'm too lazy to 3D print some. So the tires do look good. Although the tread is really nice and they're staggered in their width. It's a pretty new casting, so one can only imagine the tires should look good. It's not a worn casting, rubber casting yet, so... yeah, very smooth, silent pretty good roller. No complaints there. Although I actually don't like rolling vehicles, but I know a lot of you guys do. And then MiniGT just seems to have black interiors. There's a little black paint going around the window molding. And being molded windows, it might be hard to see some details, but let's try. Okay, yeah, you got the steering wheel there, you got some molded dash details, the center console, 2 cup holders there. The rear, they do not get the drink beverages apparently, unless it's in the side doors. Let's see. Sorry, can't see much else. Nope. Okay. Well, anyways, it's pretty much what you expect for a model of this range. Most models in this price range just have a black plastic interior. They almost always have good molded details. It's just that they choose to mold them in black, which is kind of weird. I don't think colored plastic costs a great deal more than black. Maybe it does, but if Hot Wheels can do it, I kind of feel like a premium brand can buy some different colored plastic and injection mold some different colors, right? Okay, well, it's still pretty good. It is lacking in its quality control compared to previous MiniGTs I've had in my collection. You can just see there's a lot of weird stuff going in the clear coat. You know, it's probably like 15 different tiny problems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, and there's one over there, 10. So it's becoming an issue. Obviously this is a major one here, but look, actually I think it's gone. So that's just handling it. Okay, so that's nice. That's nice. Now it's just some weird grime. Ew, I hope that wasn't some sort of human matter from the factory. I'm gonna have to wash my hands after this. Okay, let's compare it to a couple other castings here. So I think the logical one would be the Hot Wheels. I 3D printed my own wheels here, and the inspiration of these spokes is actually the canopy itself is miniaturized into those spokes. So it's actually around 1/64 scale over a length here. Sorry, let me put these right up against each other, give a top top view. So to credit of Hot Wheels, they did a great job. They didn't put on those goofy giant rear wheels that they usually do, or half the time they seem to do that until they destroy a casting and make them look like cartoons. But they went with the more realistic look this time around. So for the money, Hot Wheels really pulled it off. You know, the headlights are printed on nicely, and also the tail light, the whole rear section is printed nicely. So if you want to save a lot of money, you could go buy one of these, or buy 10 of them. And except for the wheels, you know, they're not quite the same. So I'm actually still quite happy to have this one. So let's now start comparing to some more premium, I suppose you'd call, brands. Let's see here. The first blasphemous Porsche, to my knowledge, was this Cayenne SUV. People were like, what is Porsche doing making SUVs? But clearly Porsche knows more than those people because they've sold so many of these things, right? I think it's still in production. They've sold a lot of these Cayennes. I don't find them to be the most attractive SUV, but I'm pretty sure they handle very well. Okay, I guess I'll leave that up there. The second blasphemous Porsche was then the four-door. So that's the Panamera. Both of these models here are made by Kyosho, by the way. And so Kyosho does a good job. They have, you know, plastic lights front and rear, good details in the wheels and the tires. But just like MiniGT, they just have plain black interiors. So okay, so I'm going to pull out the 918 Spider done up by Schuko, because that has some electric influence to my understanding. I think it's a hybrid, correct? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's a hybrid. You know, the Schuko's got some issues. It's got these casted in mirrors that are a little bit odd, and the wheels just don't look as sharp as you know, well, these or the Kyoshos really, they look a little bit muted to me. But it does have a nice colorful interior. There's some silver paint in there. So it's not too bad. Okay, well, that is it for the comparisons. Let's let this guy go for a little spin on its own. I guess you can call that my icy background. It's on a. It's supposed to actually be rocks. It's just that I painted it, and for some reason it ended up turning out bluish. Okay, well, MiniGT. It's a. I really hope that this paint issue isn't going to be continuing in the future. I'm hoping I just got a bad lemon. You know, I'm being kind of nitpicky. You know, but it's just that I've seen most all my other MiniGTs have almost flawless paint finishes. So it's not actually, maybe I'm not being picky. It's just that my experience with this brand, usually they have really fantastic smooth paint finishes without, you know, contaminants in it. But this one, in comparison, is quite riddled with contaminants in the clear coat. So it's a little bit disconcerting. I hope that it doesn't become a problem in the future. I'm now noticing there's some really small, tiny wiper blades here on the windshield. They're so small I didn't even see them before. And then the blackout here seems pretty realistic. And it's on the inside surface of the... I think it's on the inside surface. I don't know. Actually, it might be on the outside. It's so thin I can't even feel it with the dental pick. Okay. So if you like the Taycan or the Taycan, I would still say this is worth a purchase. It's a unique part of Porsche's history, you know, to have an all-electric vehicle for a regular road production car, not a halo vehicle. So I think it's cool, and I really like this color. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of more colors to come, so if white and sky blue is not your thing, just be patient. It'll come in whatever color you want sooner or later, just based on all those Nissan GTRs that they do. I mean, God, goodness, they've done a lot of those. Alright guys, well, I will catch you in the next MiniGT review. Thank you.